Hey everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Taryn Michael Mai, and I am back again with another makeup tutorial. As you can see, I am trying to rig a better setup for you guys. For the time being, it is just a sheet, but at least it is bouncing my lighting a little better, and I can use my upgraded camera and get off of my MacBook so you guys can see what I am doing in these tutorials. Anyhow, today we are going to do makeup tutorial. We're going to do a makeup tutorial with me doing my foundation, my color corrector, my blush, my contour, and my highlight, all with my Belletto Studios airbrush machine. So you'll be able to see how I mix my colors and how I do the airbrush strokes to make that flawless finish. And then we'll move on old school with the eyes and everything else. So why don't we get right into this tutorial and get started. Okay guys, so let's get started. We're going to start off like normal with our brows, and we're going to fill them in and shape them out. And just take our spoolie here. I just shampooed all of my brushes last night and I'm feeling so much better. I can get a little negligent when it comes to my own brushes, but no more of that. I need to keep my sanitation up on myself, just like I would on my clients. I'm just brushing those hairs into place. Same old, you've guys seen enough videos of me doing my brows. I don't need to explain it. Using my cool Tarte mirror here, I just love it. And I'm just going in with my current favorite brow pencil and Precisely My Brow by Benefit Cosmetics. And you see I'm just lightly filling them in. Just filling my brows in. Going along a natural arch, but we are making sure we are catching those sparse areas. Okay guys, so now that we're done with brows, we're going to move on to the color correcting with the Belletto Studios airbrushing machine. First step is to turn it on and get the right, not temperature, but the right volume we want to run in. The pressure of the air is what I'm trying to say. The pressure of the air and the way we want it to come out. So I'm going to turn my knob on. And right now it's just very low. I'm not sure if you all can hear it. I will have a picture posted of the setup here so that you can see, you will be able to see the brush. Right now it's on low, and I'm just moving it up to like mid to medium, like medium speed. So here's our brush and our needle, and this will close the air. This will disperse the air, and it will also control the air. And this is where you insert product. So like I said, right now what I'm going to do is color correcting. It's going to be a little bit different than what we do when we are using regular foundation. So first off, remember is that when you are getting ready to do airbrush makeup, or you're trying it out, maybe just brought an airbrush machine, you are not using the damp beauty blender for airbrush makeup. You're just going to use a dry one. So we have our dry beauty blender, have our needle ready, and I'm going to pick up a peachy salmon color corrector. If I can find it. And it was just in my hand. So let me show you what it looks like. We're going to shake it up. And here it is, also from Belletto Studios. And this is called Peachy Keen. So it's hypoallergenic and non-comedogenic. Oil, paraben, alcohol, silicone, and fragrance free. So the thing is with these, you want to make sure if it is alcohol free, and say you primed your face, you want to be using alcohol free primer as well on your face, so that way the chemicals are matching. So I'm just going to go ahead. I only need a few drops because I'm just doing that dark circle coverage. And I'm going to go ahead and put a few drops here. And that should be enough for what I want to do. And give it one more drop. And again, this is just a peach salmon color corrector I'm using. And so what I'm going to do now is take the needle, place my finger, and I'm just going to back bubble it a little bit just to mix it up a little. You can see that here. Okay, and I'm actually going to turn it down just slightly. Taking my mirror. And I'm just going to go in and do my usual color correcting right under eye, but instead I am going to do it with my airbrush. And I'm just going to do dots. This will feel weird for your first time because you got the air blowing in your eye. You see how I'm moving it? I'm controlling how it comes out. Same spots. And I'm not concentrating this in one spot, just for the dark circles. And for me, that's enough. I'll show you on my hand what it looks like. Hopefully you can see it. And you see it's just a concealer color there. We're just going to have a second look. Use a little bit here. And what I'm going to do is set that down. There is a little holder. And we're just going to hold it there for a minute. Turn it off for a second. Take our dry beauty blender and we're going to blend in that color corrector. I'm just pulling that up, especially with airbrush. I'm just making sure it's blended well. Okay, so now that we do have our color corrector underneath our eyes, let's give it a second look. Make sure everything is nipped and tucked. Same old with that. We definitely, I'm going to rephrase that, we definitely do not want harsh lines with airbrush because we're supposed to look photoshopped and flawless with this. And it is a lighter wear, which I enjoy. So now that I'm all done here with this peach, what I'm going to do is take some of this Belletto Studios Airbrush Cleansing Solution and just dab a few drops in here so I can clean it out and my color is not mixing. Because now I'm going to go in to do that redness around my nose as usual with that mint green. So I'm just going to turn it on low. And we're just going to take our finger and we're going to back bubble. Back bubble to clean it. And as you can see, then what I'm going to do is I have some paper towel here. I'm just going to take the end of it and break off a piece of my paper towel. Back bubble. Get that color out and I'm just going to dump it. Just going to dump it right out and now I'm going to spray. Already my color has run low because I didn't use that much. I just wanted to clean that out. So I'm going to go in there. Make sure all of that peach salmon color is out because we're going in with that mint green. We're going to keep this little messy paper towel because we will need it again, especially with doing makeup, airbrush makeup. So I've turned it off. And this will be a bit of a longer tutorial because I'm trying to explain to you how to mix and how to do the brush strokes. So now I'm going in with my mint green. It's called green tea. I'm going to shake it up again. Got to get these back activated. They've been sitting for a while and I've been waiting for an occasion to use my airbrush. I figured let me do a tutorial with it. Shaking it up. I'm literally only going to need like 2 or 3 drops because I'm just going right around my nose where it's red. And I'm going to turn it back on, same speed. Just a couple of drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Pop the lid back on that. Again, I just want to get my color kind of moving, so I'm just going to slide that bubbling. We're going to take our mirror and we're going to go in right around our nose where it's red, or wherever you have redness on your face is where you would do this green and neutralize it. So I'm going to take my mirror, just going to go right in. And I notice I'm going a little bit faster with this and a little bit closer because it's really right around my nose where it's red. And that's just where I'm concentrating that mint green color. And I told you I don't need a lot. I'm going to take it and turn it off. I'm going to set our Belletto Studio Airbrush down in this little warm pocket there. Just take our Dry Beauty blender again, and we're going to blend that out just like we would with the regular cream concealer or color corrector. And just blend it for your life, neutralize it. And we are going into two different colors for my foundation. The first one is going to be the lighter of the shades. Shake it up. This is Latte. Latte is similar to Sand I use by Born This Way toothpaste, but it's a little bit lighter, so I do need to enhance it a little bit. This is like a light to medium skin tone. So I'm just going to do 6 drops of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops of that. Let's do 8, 7, 8. And I'm gonna go back in and grab another shade. This is Desert Rose. This is a little bit more olive toned. I'm gonna shake that up, and that's going to add to my complexion here, which is the light latte color. And we're gonna have this one, Desert Rose. I'm gonna add 5 drops of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know you guys can count, so I don't know why I'm counting all out. But so there is a total of 8, 9, 10, 13 drops in there, and that is the formula that I use to make my foundation. Now we are going to turn it on, and it will be higher, but right now what I'm going to do is keep it on low so that I can lightly mix that shade together, bubble it up a little bit, show you. And I'm just mixing that color. I'm getting it all in there so that it'll be my skin tone once I'm done mixing it. Just giving it a whirl. And we're going to test that shade. First, we're going to wipe off our handle here so we're not getting messy. And I'm going to test to see how this looks. I like to start with the hand, do a little swatch, and it's blended in my hand perfectly. But now, let's see, because my hand can be a different color than my face, being more exposed up here, I'm going to go ahead and test out this shade. It looks really good on my hand. Right on my cheek, just a light swipe to see if I have the color that I desire. And when I say light, I mean light. Just like that. And we're going to start doing strokes along the planes and the movements of the way my face is shaped. And you see I'm always going back up in the direction I came and going back down. Starting to get that very light coverage, but it is matching to a T. Cool thing about airbrush makeup is you can really get technical and perfect it with just a few drops, and I love that. So we're going to go back in with the same formula I used. We're going to do 8 of Latte, and we're going to do 5 of Desert Rose, and that makes Taryn's skin complexion. we're gonna take our dry beauty blender, get it in there, and we're gonna blend. Blend it, pat it. You know the drill, nip tuck. So now that I do have my eyelids primed, I'm just gonna go in with my hair spun. And I'm just gonna lightly set my makeup. And now we are going to move on to our eyeshadow. So I'm gonna put the mirror here. And I am using Tarte and Graveyard Girls or Bunnies collaboration. And it's Swamp Queen. And I just knew I was going to get this palette because it's just so beautiful. The packaging is amazing. She did a great job, and Tarte just hits the nail on the head with pigment and blendability and just quality things. And look how cute the brush is in it. So cute, so adorable. And it says, believe in yourself, love yourself, embrace your individuality, which is a cool thing to put because that's what makeup is about. And we're definitely going to play with this palette. And we're gonna get into some color pop too. Bubbly, and this is a Super Shock shadow. So we're gonna do some fun little, I would say neutral, not natural. Neutral look. So actually, instead of going in right away with my Sonia Kashuk, I'm gonna go ahead and take the brush that came with the Graveyard Girl palette, and I am going to pick up Big Baby. Tap off that excess. I always go in for more. And I'm gonna go right under my brow bone. And I'm actually gonna take right on the outer parts of my eyebrow arch, and I'm gonna go into Gator Wings, same brush. Gator Wings is more of a shimmery cream. And I'm gonna go right there and highlight it with a little bit of shimmer. Because right now my brows are a little bit grown, so it's not gonna look all rocky road if I use the shimmer color. I'm going to go and take my Sonia Kashuk brush. And I am going to grab Natural Peaches here. Hope you can see it. Natural Peaches here, and I'm going to mix that with Sweet Tea. And it's going to be our crease color. Just going to pop that right in there. First placing it. You know the drill. And as right now, that's all I want is that natural little crease. We're gonna go in with the outer V, into the outer V with Dog Me. Look at that pigment. Like seriously, come on. We're going right into our outer V with that. Even after a tap, tap, and go, this is our pigment. This is what we have to live with in life. And I'm actually in a minute, because I'm going in with that Super Shock shadow, gonna do a little bit of bake under my eyes. And I'm loving the finish of this airbrush so far. It's really pretty. And I'm going into my outer V, right just beneath that crease. I'm gonna still do some work with that crease, of course. And I'm just patting it in. If you hear a little sound, that is Magic, my cat, one of my cats. And he wants to be a part of the show, but he cannot jump on my lap right now. So he's gonna be in big trouble. Just going right in. And right now I'm just doing placing. We're not blending at the moment. We're not worried about that at the moment. We're placing our pigment. So right now, we're gonna go back in with a smaller blend and placing brush from Rolling Lane Nickel. These are truly my favorites lately. And we're gonna go right in to Sippy Sippy, this really pretty dual chrome brown and gold shade here. We're going to define that crease a little more. We're gonna drag it over. And just right beneath it, right between, like a sandwich, right between the crease and the outer V shade. Okay, so now that I have my crease and my outer V the way I want it, everything looks symmetrical to me. I'm gonna move on to the center of the lid, and I'm gonna add some nice pinky colors. So I'm going to go in with Unicorn here. Uncommon, sorry about that. I think I'm so focused on unicorns right now because I ordered some unicorn house shoes and I'm just waiting for them to get here. So that's kind of all I can think about. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm gonna go right in. With that same brush, we're going to do a swipe along, which is why it's great to always have some paper towel or something down, brush cleanser. And I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to touch up my baby here. And I'm going to hit up Uncommon, this beautiful lavender duochrome. It's got some silver flecks in there. And we are going to go right in the center of that lid. Pull it on down to the tear duct. Keeping it real cute here, keeping it real cute. And I just think like neutral browns, nudes, and peaches and taupes with lavenders and purples are so pretty. And as you can see, I'm just placing it right there. So we do have Uncommon placed. We're actually gonna go in now with that ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Bubbly. But before we do, we're gonna take our nice little sponge brush here from Morphe, a kit that I got from Morphe, and we are going to spray it. I finally got some more Makeup Forever Mist and Fix because I was down to the bone, honey. You'll see in my last video, I was scraping the can. So I'm just gonna spray that both sides. And I'm gonna dip into my Super Shock Shadow. These are best applied with the finger, but with my nice and trusty rusty sponge angle brush here, I can pick up some serious pigment. See? Going right in, right over Dogman. Yes, honey. I like this tip because you can see where that buildup is. Pull it down. Pull it down. Just break it apart a little bit. Then blend. And grab some more of that delicious bubblegum pink shade. Heading on over to the left lid here. Hey, how are you? How are you, honey? And we're placing. So I'm gonna take the same roller, my knuckle brush, and I'm going to bring Dogman down. And that V there. I'm just going to bring it inward. We're going to go in with some liner. Another ColourPop product I am going to be using is Call Me. Call Me is a chocolate eyeliner, gel liner that I'm going to be using to obviously do a wing tip liner. But I'm going to be liquefying it slightly by using this Nurturing Force Silver Deals Eyeliner Shadow Silver. Nurturing Force is an excellent brand. It has a lot of that stuff you need to add on and products that really enhance your look. And I'm just going to drop some right on my pan here. Just drop a little. And I'm going to go in with a small angle brush here. And I'm just going to dip that into that product on my hand. Just get it a little wet. So it rolled off because I move and talk with my hands. And I'm just going in and then I'm dipping it directly into my pan here. And touch it again. I'm going to go ahead and create a wing line. And I'll make it kind of thin because I do want this color pop to shine on the lid. gonna go in with some mascara. And today we are going to keep it themey here. And we're using a Tarte's mascara. This extra black, wonderful mascara by Tarte Cosmetics. Just gonna go right in, and we are going to do our lashes and just coat them. Okay, so now that we are done with the eyes, we are going to go back to our airbrush machine, and we are going to do some contouring, blush, and highlighting. So let's get to it. Now for our contour, obviously we need a little bit of a darker color, but we still need it to be matching what our regular contour would look like, or our natural contour. I am going in with this foundation color called Espresso, but I'm going to lighten it up quite a bit. This is pretty dark. I don't need a lot. I'm just doing 3 drops. I'm gonna go in with Latte because it is the lighter of the colors. I put 3 drops of that, so I'm going to put about 6 drops of Latte in. And before we even touch our face with this contour, we're gonna turn it on. We're going to do some back bubble in here. We're going to do some mixing. I'm going to contour. I'm going to look at my arm again, and I'm going to see if that's the color that I desire. Same concept. Go right on up and down. And for the contour, you see I'm holding it a little bit further away from my face than I was with the foundation. Okay, so now that we do have our contour down, we're going to go into blush and highlight. What I'm going to actually do is highlight first because it's going to save me a little bit of cleaning time. So now I'm going to go in with my Blink It On highlighter, airbrush, and it's just this nice, looks yellow right now, but it's really nice and iridescent. And I'm just going to do a few drops. Got in that Cupid's bow. Doing a nice little subtle line on the bridge of the nose. A little bit on the chin. So now I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. Just blend it. Don't mind some of this airbrush in my little bangs here. We don't care about that. I can wash it out. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend that highlighter right up there. So now that we have that, we're just going to keep this running. Turn the pressure down a little bit so that we can focus on our cheeks. And this is Corlia. Everything needs to be shaken up with these, especially when they sit, so you can keep the liquids mixing back together. They do separate. Just a couple drops. We're just doing some blush. Right in between that. And then we'll just put a little up here, just to blend it and merge it into that highlighter. For lips today, I hope I'm not butchering this. I swear every time I try to say it. It's Douce or Duque Cosmetics. It is like a pinky mauve, real pretty, really pretty. And we're just gonna go right in and put this lipstick on to complete this look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look, and we are glowing and airbrushed and just touched up like we had just left photo shop. And I really hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial, and I hope you learned something, and have a wonderful day.